All right, let's go to the GBG, the good, the bad, and the gossip.
We'll start with the White House Correspondents' Dinner that happened over the weekend. There were so many celebrities in the house, everyone from George Clooney to Lindsay Lohan to Kim Kardashian. Jimmy Kimmel did a little bit of a roast of almost everybody in the room, and President Obama was not off limits.
It's wonderful to be here. They told me this would be a very high-profile event with some of the most powerful people in the world. They did not tell me I'd be looking directly into Sofia Vergara's cleavage. Sophia is from Colombia. This is what women look like in Colombia. What do you expect the Secret Service to do? Mr. President, I know you won't be able to laugh at any of my jokes about the Secret Service, so cover your ears if that's physically possible.
He also went on to say...
Does he have big ears?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're like humongous.
I'd be careful about that, because Secret Service is right there.
He didn't hold
and
back
the president's
at all.
Right there.
No, that was not the only Secret Service joke he did. It was almost like he did not care.
Is there, like, I don't pay attention to politics. Is this a thing that's gone on for like hundreds of years? Like all presidents have this and they roast and tell jokes?
I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it either.
No, it's gone on every single year, and over the years, it's gotten sort of like a roast. Where back in the day, I don't know if McKinley was taking that.
That's
kind
what I'm
of stuff.
saying. Like, did somebody do this to Kennedy and all that? Like,
oh yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they've always done a casual correspondence dinner.
Seems way too like everything has to do with the president. Like I'm not smart enough to deal with, but this is like my level. I didn't know they did this. I kind of think should he be running the country?
Yeah, I know.
I think that's what a lot of presidents cancel them because they're like, hey, we're during a war. We don't play around right now. So a lot of them have put it off. But so in the last 20, 30 years, they just continue to do it.
Kim Kardashian was also in the house, and as you can imagine, she was also the target of Kimmel.
As we know now, last year at this dinner, President Obama had his team on the way to kill Osama bin Laden. So who will it be this year? If you're looking for the biggest threat to America right now, she's right there. Her name is Kim Kardashian. Right now, Navy SEAL Team 6 is outside the Kardashian compound in Beverly Hills, disguised as the Denver Nuggets, so they can sneak in undetected.
Oh, poor Kim Kardashian. She's also in headlines for a couple of things today, one of which she was seen leaving the car with Kanye West on the way to his apartment, and his pants are like off, almost, like literally, like, woo.
Dangerously low.
Showing a whole lot of stuff there. You can see that picture for yourself at johnjayrich.com, keyword GBG. They're saying that they're so hot and heavy they couldn't even wait to get home to get, busy or whatever. She is also in headlines because... Try not to laugh when I say this. She wants to branch out from reality TV and become a sitcom star because she thinks she is the next Sofia Vergara. Yeah. Acting something that she wants to do just for her. She wants to do something that wouldn't involve her sisters, Courtney and Chloe. Now, speaking of Chloe, allegedly, the second season of Chloe and Lamar will be its last. According to TMZ, Lamar wants to focus on his reviving NBA career. He was traded to Dallas and was placed on the inactive list, and now he's not part of the team anymore. He's determined to make a comeback and feels like he should focus on only one project, and that is basketball. Now, we heard before that this was causing a problem between their marriage, and it was going to be one way or the other. So maybe he won that round.
What's there to concentrate on that reality show? Because I watch Chloe and Lamar, and mostly it's him playing video games, and she's coming in and telling him a plot point of something going on in her life. But he's just playing video games and hanging out with his guys.
I know.
It's not that hard.
Like last night on the show, they were talking about hairy nipples. Really?
That was fascinating, by the way.
But you can't focus on basketball when you're talking about that kind of things, people.
By the way, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, they started doing that in 1914.
So that really
crazy?
Going on.
Yeah.
That is so weird. Yeah, I wonder what the first year where it's sort of like changed from being into...
I mean, if there's some tape from 1914 of them busted each other up like that, that'd be pretty cool.
That might have been a hoot.
Nobody can get past this Kim Kardashian-Kanye West thing. Now, if you recall, Amber Rose, Kanye's old girlfriend, announced that he cheated on her with Kim Kardashian during their relationship. Paparazzi caught up with her just yesterday.
Amber, I got one question. That's it. I'll leave you alone. You ain't got to hear from me no more. What do you think about Kanye and Kim together officially?
Love is love, man.
Love is love?
And that's all she said. So it doesn't seem like she really cares because she's moved on with Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, she's engaged, right?
Good for her,
Her and
right?
the Wiz are engaged.
Good for them. Mel Gibson has given his first interview since his secretly recorded rant against that writer Joe Esterhaus, and Jay Leno asked if he wanted to clear things up a little bit on his show. Mel seemed to be in good spirits, but then sort of explained what the deal was there.
He got paid up front by Warner Brothers. I have a partner in this, and I'm fiscally responsible.
Okay, so he's supposed to write a script for you.
Yeah.
And then, what, 18 months go by?
Well, 14, 15 months, not even an outline. It's kind of like you build a house, you hire a guy to put a roof on it. He comes over and eats lunch and talks about the roof, and then you get rained on all night. Wouldn't you be kind of peeved?
Well, I would be peeved.
Yeah. You know, I got maybe you don't know this about me, I got a little bit of a temper.
I've heard.
Just a little bit.
So he's like, in the interview, I saw the whole thing. He's like, so is that you yelling? He's like, yeah. Can I not yell in my house? And
Yeah.
Jay Leno's like, well, I guess you got a point.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like, so he secretly taped you? Yeah. So it's just you sitting there screaming profanities at him? And Mel's like, yeah, pretty much. You heard it.
Interesting on the tape is how he's yelling at the top of his lungs, and he's like, who wants lunch? Why do we all get lunch? And then he comes down. I mean, he switches so fast.
I have never yelled like that in my entire life at anybody or at anything ever.
Oh, I have.
You have? You've been that angry?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that would make me be that angry.
We won't get into it.
Like, who did you yell at to their face? Like that?
Oh, there were several times growing up that I was in huge fights with my stepdad. I
You
think
yell
a
like
couple
that?
of my exes, we got in fights like
Did
that.
you yell, you're not my real dad?
Probably a time or two.
You're not my real like,
And now I feel really bad because he was really doing a lot for us. But yeah, I'm sure that came up more than once.
I just can't imagine. So you were yelling to your face is beat red at the
Yeah.
top. Like
Oh,
your
yeah.
throat
And there were
hurt.
probably like veins coming out of my neck.
Unless we're wrong, you don't seem like you have that temper anymore. Is that something that kind of went away, or you just keep it under wraps?
I think she has that temper.
It's still in there
I know people that
somewhere.
have seen that temper recently. But,
Oh, that's true.
Anywho,
Never
if
mind.
you want to see the whole Mel Gibson interview, which apparently him and I have something in common, a little bit of a temper, log on to our website, johnjayandrich.com. Type in the keyword GBG. While you're there, the story is still circling around. They are saying that it wasn't a good bra. It is a boob job for Taylor Swift. I still think it could be the bra, but hey, check out the picture for yourself and decide on our website, johnjayandrich.com, keyword GBG.